Всем привет, ребята, я снова на канале. Новое видео будет, игра выходит. Так, новое видео вышел. Вот все.
Of course he can! World champ for the 1v2! The cruise wasn't bad enough. The spawn trap might be worse. There's nowhere you can go. Easy gets dealt with, but it is just... I mean, you're stuck. You're done.
Oh, hell no. That is insane. Found a way to get up.
Hello.
For the wins! All the way to the back. That's two already. Flying out. The third will fall down from Awakening, and Kleenex is left alone. And Lynch will get his third. Unbelievable. There was a gap, and it was exploited to the fullest.
Liz is straight up making plays.
This is what we want to see. I mean, right? I mean, with how well he has been playing in Challengers, winning them key situations in map 1 and now doing it here in map 3. Papa, see him get another one in the window. That'll be two. He'll earn another. Sticking to mid-map control. Vico trying to find it, but does it check for Scrap inside a bending corner. He's able to take down two. Okay, this guy is just trying to get sassy with it now. 10 and 6, and you are seeing it here. Give him all four. He is dialed. Envoy to 1 versus 2. Time against him. Position against him. Surely there isn't a win here.
You just want the kills. I think if you get the kills, you'll take the win in that regard. That's number 5 in a row. Maybe he can win the round because it's Envoy. Of course he can. World champ for the 1v2.
Кіно є. Плед є. Lace є.
Also, he can use an AR and take over. So I like the roster move in terms of hardpoint.
Hey, can we pause real quick? I know we have our monster pregame points, but do you even take these numbers with a grain of salt? Are you taking them face value? How do you look at this situation? Because for me, I'm like, forget about all of our old stats. We're 1 and 12 in hardpoint. We're never going to win that with the previous team. But we got a new lineup.
That's the whole point, right? Is for comparison, right? Is to see where you started with and where you're going to be at now with changing half of your roster heading into this split.
Well, LA Thieves have a lot of fans at their back today. As you can see the party out there in Los Angeles. Shout out to everyone there at the Hunger Thieves facility. That's got to be a party, man.
Shout out John Robinson.
J-Rob, we love to see it, my guy. All right, LA Thieves, the underdogs. They're at the bottom of the leaderboard, but today you can climb and knock Optic down a peg or at least stop their hot streak.
Where is Nate Shot?
Nisha, I think he has a child, an infant. He's probably playing ranked with them right next to him. You know, that's what I would be doing if I was an early dad. All right, let's get into the maps and modes. It's 5 games. Don't you worry about Nate. He's still got his team. Rio, Karachi Invasion, Karachi Terminal. Do we get to a Terminal Game 5?
I mean, I don't think so, but I think something to note here in this map set is like for Optic, they're trying some things out. Like the Terminal SDM map they have been great at. They're playing that if it goes to the Game 5. And then also Karachi Hardpoint has been like an auto veto for them. So I think they're trying to test it out because they don't want to play Invasion anymore. It's been a map that hurts them.
I think Optic has been waiting for this match. They've been waiting all weekend to play, and I think they're coming out with some hotness. I got this a 3-0 Optic closing it down quick.
I want LA to show me something. I really, truly do. But as the numbers speak, I'm going to have to go with Optic Texas for now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Optic Texas as well. I just think the LA Thieves aren't ready yet.
And so will the fans. We're all the same all day long. Are we right once again, or is it going to be like match number 1? Study, shift, take it away.
Cheers, friends. Yeah, I appreciate it. I think the desk hit it perfectly. I think there are a lot of interesting elements in this map series because Optic is trying out some newness. And I think, in particular, going into a Rio, this is kind of like a map style that we would have figured this roster was like built for, right? Like you got some real fast and furious subs. You would have to think Optic are foaming at the mouth ready to hit this map running.
And I completely agree with you. I cannot wait for Shotzi to teach me a couple of spots that I can go forward and rank later and use eventually, Because Optic Texas, they have the perfect roster for a map like Rio. But on the opposite side, we got to put a lot of focus on LAT, man. They just had a 2-man roster change. They're 1 and 12 in HP, currently on a 10-game losing streak, and already starting off on the better foot as they find all the kills with early P1 time, coming out swinging early.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, when you take a look at this LA Thieves roster move, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's one of those situations that you're sitting there and saying, oh, this is going to be an immediate upgrade. But I think the thing about it is the alarm bells have been ringing, and more importantly, there is no better time to reset everything, because you've got a new roster, essentially, with new spawns, new maps. I mean, everything is going to feel fresh and new. So if you're Thieves, you got to come out and just say, whatever happened in stage 1 is over and done with. Let's restart the season here. Done. I view anyone like in particular kind of standing out in terms of, you know, how they played in this respawn attempt as a first-time roster.
We saw a couple moments out of Nasty where he was popping off, went on a couple 5 streaks, and not earned a cruise missile towards the very end. We know what you're going to get out of Ghosty. We know what you're going to get out of Afro. But I feel like Nasty, he's a guy who can switch it quickly whenever he wants. You saw him go for a 5 streak. Unfortunately, he does get shut down, but he has that ability to slay with the best. Unfortunately, when you're playing from the back foot consistently, a lot of these gunfights are very difficult. You're forced to hit a couple long routes, and if those routes don't go your favor, then you're spawning all the way across the map again. And on a map like Rio,
I'm able to secure the trade. The read on Ghosty top hotel means that this bomb can get planted over on B, and it would be Nasty that would have to essentially 1v2 over here for the time being, waiting for Ghosty to make the long wrap around the back.
yeah, Ghosty, he wraps his way in. Pred, I love the play out of him. He was going to commit towards a one-on-one, but he said, screw that. I'm going to help my teammates secure the ISO onto Nasty. Now, Ghosty was on a deep flank. He's now left in a 1v3 scenario. With only 25 seconds left. As long as you don't choke this one's Optic. Optic are not making any mistakes. It's now 2 rounds in a row to not put them at game point.
And it's just, you know, it's one of those things, again, where, you know, we're trying to sit here and evaluate the new roster that comes through here. And to be fair, like, Ghosty and Kremp, they played together, but it was way back in, like, Vanguard. Yeah. So it's been some time since they've had a chance to play with one another. And the same can be said for, like, Afro and Nasty. You know, they've had a lot of experience with one another. It's just, and when you see those post plants go wrong, you see these individual moments kind of come through where essentially everyone's taking 1v2s, it feels like. You expect that those things will hold.
Start the season strong with the Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL Operator, Weapon Blueprint, and so much
success, especially defensively on Invasion, but that was the brand new roster. And you kind of worried that maybe to a certain point that
Shotzzy going on a deep pinch can potentially put them in a spawn trap, but the kills are not going in their favor. The second tick is already in. It looks like time is about to be extended.
Brett just come through, and here's the important part about that round. Not only does Optic barely even get the B zone, but the life differential is significant off that last round. So
pushes up through the B street, finds at least one, gets Afro one shot, not able to finish the kill as well. They're also able to pause the game clock, so Kenny's gonna invest it. Big one-on-one at a point, Dashy's able to win it, but with only 57 seconds left, Optic have exactly what they want. Full map.
Всем подписываться на мой канал. Ждите новый видео скоро выйдет, 20 минут. Сейчас перерыв у меня сейчас будет.